And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Day 6 of the University Alliance Cup Season 2 for Valorant. And it's Day 6, which means it's promotions and relegations. We're in our first match for today. It's going to be Malayan Warlocks from Malayan College Laguna versus Mapui University Makati MGS clubs, and we'll be your shoutcasters. I'm Hyron. With me is Dax. What is up?
What's up? We were able to see the fragments of time and space come together to give us a little bit of those tidbits of that first game. And overall, it was the clubs doing clubs things, the Warlocks trying to fight back the same way, but it just was still the clubs who dominate in the end of all of that. Sure, the Warlocks came on back strong, made that scoreline a lot closer than it looked to be. It still was the clubs finding their footing yet again, winning out the same way that they know. And it's just such an overwhelming presence, I'd say, from the clubs. It's every single time they set up on the site, right? And they have the sight lines, they have the positions. It is just exceptional. The defense, the attack, it's the same way. And it's quite a commanding playstyle that the clubs have really worked on time and time again.
And I think, commanding is definitely the right way to describe it. And because when they make a play, they are the ones with initiative, and they are the ones that you have to respond to. Even if they're ones playing defense, if they're trying to recapture a site, you just have to respect that commanding presence they have when they walk into that site. And that's something that MCL has to really play around. Like when the game that Warlocks won against UPD, yes, I'm bringing that up. Yeah, they could just go in there, no respect, just go straight in, win those duels. But against other teams, especially against clubs, they can't just do that right here. And this is really putting them under duress at this point, and their backs are to the wall in this best of 3.
That's so true. It does feel like for the Warlocks, they put themselves in situations that they cannot really climb out of. It does feel like the effort is always there. They're just trying to push themselves to the best degree, but the scoreline still ends in their opponent's favor. For the Warlocks, though, again, there are symbols of hope. We're seeing them play better as a team. We're seeing the real step up of many of the players. The control has been really good. Sentinel's on point as well. And it isn't just the Yanagi show anymore. But I gotta say this one, Hyron, right now. It might need to be. Because if everyone else is stepping up, but unfortunately, your star player isn't getting that sunshine, isn't really able to emanate as much as you would like, then you're still lacking that little bit of flavor. It's never been about Inagi letting everyone else play to his level. No, it's about everyone else upping their levels, which we have been seeing so far, and still playing into a exceptional standard. And usually here in the collegiate scene, if you have a duelist who can hard carry, then your team can go a long way. But here we are coming into the set. The Warlock's gonna be on the defense, I believe, to start things off. Club's gonna be on the attacking side. Want to note this one real quick, Hyron? This is the Warlocks map pick, so if they lose this one, it will be difficult because not only do they lose their map pick, they also lose the whole series.
Oh man, yeah, and if they do take this to game 3, though, it's gonna be split, which is one of the maps that they kind of struggle on, because we talked about this earlier, Dax, on how Malayan Warlocks, they kind of thrive if they can keep it simple. So in Ascent, that's definitely the map to go for if they want to keep it simple here. And we've got Yanagi here still playing on a duelist, not on the usual jet that we see, but now on that Reyna here. Meanwhile, the clubs looking at this. Phoenix, we haven't seen a lot of Phoenix actually in UAC, so really interesting to see what Ding Dong Ping Pong can bring out with that guy.
Yeah, not too surprised though to see that Phoenix has been whipped out from time to time on a map like this. And hey, the clubs, it's time for them to try and wrap it up, or will the Warlocks be able to answer back? We are going to be getting into a set, and as the stats do say, pretty much the most popular map you can see in the University Alliance Cup. All the teams have put in the work, put in the effort to know how to play on Ascent, and here we are going to be getting into the game. It's the clubs on match point, the Warlocks looking to go for that reverse sweep, and as we are getting into the game, really quick shout outs to our amazing partners at Logitech G. If you're looking to supercharge your gaming setup so you can hashtag keep playing, check out Logitech's amazing gaming gear at logitech.acadarena.com or type !Logitech G in the chat. But here we are, ladies and gentlemen. I do want to promise this time we're going to be getting this full game experience, and this might be it. This might be the matchup that you have been waiting for. Warlocks down by 1, clubs looking to keep it up and looking to move on to season number 3, and we'll see how far and how strong they can come out of the gates now.
Definitely. And a lot of expectations coming through for both of these teams here. MCL, they've been such a presence in collegiate esports. Let's see now if they can redeem themselves in Valorant. Let's see. Ding Dong Ping Pong coming through, swinging around. Seems like he's going to try and take this ult orb here, signaling his presence already, making sure that Wine is completely clear. Seems like it is. But they're not making the call to go all the way onto A site just yet, actually backing off at that point. Let's see, regroup. Let's see what they've scouted out here around mid.
Yeah, respectable. From the clubs, they love to do this rotation, just get that intel, and they feel like they can't win it out the way they know how, their playstyle is stifled, then they will go for the retreat instead. You can see why, because Kian is already quite low on the HP. If he decides to dash on in, Brian is prepared on the other side, and the Warlocks can always get those kills. That's the thing about this team. For now, though, Ding Dong Ping Pong gonna be alongside KVG. Might be the flash enter here. Smoke's gonna get thrown on out. On the other side, there's preparations already between Homia and Kent S. The dark cover gonna be the way you not. He doesn't care. He does get the kill on the KVG after a beautiful recon dart there from his Sova. And as I say that, seems like for the clubs, they're really struggling to get on site right now. They're getting stopped at the seams, and Kian, he's trying to make his own kind of opening here on A site, but no, it's the Rays having other plans, as Spike now finally getting planted.
Now let's see now if Malayan College Laguna can come through here after the spike has already been planted. They have an overwhelming numbers advantage. Laguna coming through, picks up the ghost, gets the headshot indeed, and that is going to be the first round momentum here going to MCL, which is what they need in a game like this.
Exactly. The Warlocks, they are back and they are good to go at the start of this match. Initial momentum for the pistol and a lot of confidence winning out against their opponent with similar arsenals. Now it's time for them to capitalize and play the macro game. Go for a few buys here and there, see how much they're going to be investing. At the same time, the clubs looking for a few picks just to break the bank of the opponent. This is the promotionals, guys, and you should know by now what this is all about. We have 3 teams from Division A from that lower half. We have 5 from Division B and looking to vie for position into Division A in the upcoming season number 3. It will be a big tell and the big task for all these teams. The 4 of them going to be joining the ranks of those in the playoffs, those in that neutral zone who have finished their season already and compete against the best collegiate teams rather that the scene has to offer. As here we go, Hyron, B side might be the take again for the clubs.
And they do signal for their presence by picking up the orb over there. Can's gonna go for a a recon dart here, just covering their approach if they try and push through that dark cover. But it's gonna be Can's doing some blind fire here, getting a kill onto Ding Dong Ping Pong. One duelist down here for Mabu University. But we'll see if they can continue going through. Kian with a shorty kill onto Sukuna. But it is going to be Homie, I believe, taking away 1 kill there with a headshot on that Spectre. But we'll see. Wall breaking through. Olosin just lurking around a corner, making sure no one comes through this workshop.
Enemy remaining.
Oh, Yanagi though, and that
Oh, man.
Brian though in the meantime kill Olosin, and he cannot fight back against Kian. He's going quick, but Candace, the Sova, doing it again, and it was a struggle a while ago for him on Haven. He had such an awful first half of that first map, but he woke up in the second, and this is what you want to see in a team. If you have that retention, if you're not going to be trying to figure out the same mistakes as soon as you get into another map, then it just means your team is ready for progress. And with the Silva right now off to a good start, wouldn't be too surprised if the Warlocks put up a better fight coming into this one, and will try to take this away from the clubs who will have the guns they need now.
Let's see if they can even this out here. Now that they have that going, they have to make this round count as well. Let's see a couple pot shots coming out around A side. Let's see Ding Dong Ping Pong checking around the corner here. Will not find anyone just yet. He's just lurking around, waiting around the wings here. Someone is going to go for the peek here, so they do know that he's right around the corner. Pick up the orb. Will they go for the peek on him? No. Seems like Ding Dong Ping Pong, he's really been hogging these ult orbs. And now that he does have his ult, could be a decisive moment here for Mapu University Makati.
I mean, that's what you want to do on that Phoenix. Get a quick little ult just to play the entry with that, run it back, and safely respawn on the other side. You see many teams really do it, go for that orb control or go for the kills. In this case, though, it is just going to be the side of KVG going down to the hand of Yanagi, but Kian and Ding Dong Ping Pong, they find the answers, and the duelists right now pushing on forward on the A side. Now the joke is over, and Ding Dong Ping Pong making sure that someone is going to be dead, but apparently he's the one caught out, snuffed there into the flames. It's 4v3, Spike being planted. Warlocks have to be careful and see what kind of fights they can take.
He's gonna get snuffed out, rather flushed out there by that recon ball, so he has to run it back. So Deli go for the peek here, actually catches Ken S. Such a fair hunter, shows himself, and Mapua University seems like they will at least even it out for this 2-1, and they had a good position in this 4th round.
Yeah, and the clubs, they look so good when they have their full buys on. Sometimes they do struggle in the first 2 because their opponent can have that gun advantage. But when the preparations are ready for the clubs, regardless of the initial results, then they can fight back. They also only lost 1 member, so they will just have to sponsor their Omen a quick little gun. Besides that, now the Warlocks going to be going for the full buy of their own. And this is going to be a big tell to see on how this game is going to progress from this point. Now you have Candace, though, pulling the shock darts, trying to zone out the competition. Already you see the clubs reading that one like a book and preparing on the other side. All about picks though, both A and B being sieged with the Spike left behind on B main, and Deli trying to say hello, sees the Sova and has an idea of how many people there are on B
side. That's a lot of intel that drone picked up, and meanwhile this drone just gets caught out immediately. They do like that orb control, it seems, and now Hunter's Fury is going to be the one that they have activated for now. So once they get a plant here, this is going to be a really useful tool to prevent the defuse at any point. Olsen here gonna have to be very careful, gets the peek out. Yanagi loses that. It is going to be 1 member down for MCL. Olsen though very low. Can the rest of his members really just make something happen here to make that pick count? They are eyeing here around A.
And Brian just gonna be into the corner waiting for someone to come. Deli in the meantime looking to try to play the darts with Kian alongside his teammate, his fellow duelist, and Ding Dong Ping Pong peeking to the left, but Brian patient enough to just wait it out. But you don't check the corners like that, you're gonna get punished. And the Warlocks casting a spell on their opponent so far, 3v2 though, but Sukuna caught that by Deli, and it leads into Homia being all alone. Just the clubs out of nowhere, taking Lover's advantage back. But Homia has other plans, bring it down from the high ground. There's the peek up from Deli, and unfortunately from Homia, he drops down just to die. It's 2-2, and I'm seeing a bit of deja vu here, Hiron. We saw the clubs do this a while ago.
Yeah, now that they have, they've even up the score here. Econ is in a good spot here, and at this point, they just have to play it the same way until it stops working, you know? And it seems like their consistency so far has been shining through in this game against MCL, now that their full buys are active for them.
Rifles are the answer for the clubs. Warlocks in the meantime, they're looking to fight with the lesser guns, but it's all up to them to really step it up even more so. And we've seen it so far from many a player. Thing is though, they have the showstopper right now, they also have that Empress, and if they find a pick with that rocket, then it just might be time to see that Reina played raid boss, as the clubs are patient enough again to wait on the other side.
Have to be careful though, because even though they do have Empress and that showstopper up, Mapua University, the ults that they have, the Detainment as well as the Hunter's Fury, these are super game-changing, round-changing. Oh, but gonna through with Olsen with a pick as well. Headshot onto Kent S. They will kind of come through with the Killjoy ulti here. Starting to go for the push, but Homia gets taken down. It's gonna be Mapua University with numbers advantage. Yanagi with a nice shot onto Olsen, capitalizing on that low HP. No players detained there by that ulti. Deli gonna go through with a plant. What are they gonna do? Kian gets a headshot, 1 tap right there. Fortunately, Sukuna is not able to finish that through his Ding Dong Ping Pong, snuffs him out.
Great patience there from Sukuna, but unfortunately, clubs with another read and just reinforcing that A take just like that, even though they're already set up onto B site. Absolute perfection. Keep it safe, keep it sure, and go for the refrag if need be. In the meantime, that lockdown also for that extra spacing And it just goes to show that the recipe of success there for the clubs are to play out whatever they have and use it to their advantage. Now, 3-2. We got the Warlocks getting the guns back. We'll see what Homie can do on B side, because for now, it is going to be the A rather for the taking. But Olsen with a beautiful kill onto Skuna. A great start here for the clubs. Nagi trying to play over, moves over to the left side just to die. And overall, this is looking to be an easy take now for MGS clubs.
Yeah, Hunter 3 just to cover anyone trying to approach on that side here around 3. We'll see. They do have full control of that. And Kian's actually hunting at this point while the rest of his team takes over the point, but he does not check his corners right there, and Homie gets a cheeky headshot with his Vandal. The spike has been planted though, and let's see. I feel like at this point, Homie just has to save this Vandal, but at this point, he actually finds someone. Olsen goes down. Can still possibly take away from the econ here of Mapua University, but in the end, he gets snuffed out, and it is going to be Mapua taking this 4-2. Like I said, this is looking like a familiar situation from the game 1.
Yeah, and Ding Dong Ping Pong just a little crouch there onto his teammate, says, haha, you died. That's a little unfortunate. Overall, though, the clubs, they have a good understanding also on the macroeconomics of the game. They have that win streak, so they're going to have a lot of money in the bank. It has been relatively clean for them so far. They want to make sure that the Warlocks are going to be having guns in these off rounds. But the thing is, with the Warlocks, they have what, 5 ultimates prepared? It's a heavy stack of ults right now, and I wouldn't be surprised to see MCL unleash something just to win out the round.
Yeah, quite decisive there, just to stabilize, you know, from a 2-4, make it a 3-4 here. We'll see MCL. They're ready for it near Mapua University. Like around the wings, DDPP just going for the same play here. I'm going to get, making sure that wine is clear. Maybe go for the orb here. Has to be careful of someone peeking from that arch here, but Hunter Spear is going to be pushed out here just to make sure that nobody's pushing onto mid, no one's pushing onto that side as well. Brian, really patient right now. Meanwhile, Mapua University still lurking around the wings, looking for an opening here against the Warlocks.
Patience, though, from the clubs. They are not too sure as of yet what kind of firepower the Warlocks has in the first place. And since the storm has already been unleashed, they are going to be bringing in the fire instead. Running back indeed is the way to go. Ding Dong Ping Pong trying to play through the door. But unfortunately, he's already shut down there. Not even seeing who killed him in the first place. For now, though, A is still right for the taking. Got the Warlocks waiting for reinforcements. And Yanagi catching out Olsen after the kill onto Kent S. It's 4v4 as here comes Malayan trying to fight back with the lockdown.
Yeah, Brain trying to get a wall bang here onto Hell, but it's not finding it just yet. This containment is going to be a big turn at this point, but Yanagi coming through. Let's see if they can make something happen. Gets the Lear out just to make sure that no one goes for the peek, but firing through that smoke here. Can they find something? Just one a little bit more, and they do find it. The defuse comes through, and like I said, stabilization is the name of the game for MCL right now.
Bit risky though to put the Empress Pop Reina on defuse DT, but at the same time, if the clubs don't get the right pings at the right time, then they're not gonna know where that spike is set up on. So the Warlocks, they play it smart, they use the smokes accordingly, and they get the push onto A to work. In the meantime though, clubs still having some money in the bank, still ready to go for the pounds. I wouldn't be surprised to see them look for more duels as we get into the next round.
I think that is the name of the game here. Ult is still up here. It's going to be Bran. Maybe he can find something. A good pick might give them momentum they need to even the score out. That is going to be the drone coming through. Are they actually going to push through? Yeah, it seems like Yanagi looking for someone here on the lobby. Let's see if we can catch someone around mid. It's not find anyone just yet, yeah. And they do know where they're coming from. So now Mapua University has a little bit of an idea where the opposing forces are.
And the Warlocks, they have no fear. They got around a while ago. It's still in that confidence, but they have to be careful because it's A site now going for it again. And Ding Dong Ping Pong with a great start there against Sukuna. You can see the Jets throwing the Cloudburst right now just to prepare themselves. Paranoia down on Hell as well. But Brian, he's already on the high ground. He is waiting for the team to come on back. Shades of what we saw a while ago, but the fact of the matter is, it feels like for Mapua University, not only do they have that numbers advantage right now, they've been commanding on what they want to do, set up the positions, and it has to be Warlocks playing it out as magically and as mystical as they can to try and play the clutch.
Yeah, seems like Kent S gonna go down here as well. Ding Dong Ping Pong going crazy with the headshots. KBG once again a flawless round from the clubs. It seems like they found the hand that they were looking for, extending their lead a little bit. And now, Seems like Lane College Laguna a little bit short of cash here.
Unfortunately, that dead man's hand on the side of Warlocks hurting them in the long run. And the house always wins, but right now we'll see who's gonna be the house here. But it does feel like for the clubs, they're setting up their home base even on Ascent. Another map I've seen them actually win it out. It just goes to show the progress the clubs have really made so far. Warlocks in the meantime, no slouch whatsoever. You got Yanagi playing that hero rifle. Unfortunately for him though, he doesn't have the Empress, so we'll see what he can do as Kian already spraying it down. Here comes a push from Miglig over watching that cubby area.
The approach.
My god. Ooh, look at this. It's heavy mid control here from the clubs. And the thing is, they've learned from some of their previous mistakes. They want to make sure that they have a handle in the middle as much as they can. And they are moving over to B side. There's Scando. Yanagi takes advantage to get that kill. And a great recon ball intel from the Sova. But oh, Delhi doesn't need any kind of intel here. Mr. Hyron just needs the kill, making it 4v4.
Yeah, Delhi with the delayed refrag, and then once again, it's going to be KVG coming through, evening out the numbers here, actually giving them the numbers lead, but now Sakuna evens it out indeed, Omen versus Omen, but oh man, Homie catches Delhi slipping and picks up a rifle for himself. Can he actually find something? No, Ding Dong Ping Pong cuts his time with that rifle short. Sakuna is going to get blinded here. Oh man. Even if you can dodge the full blind, it still messes up with your alignment there, and he does get taken down.
Yeah, and just with two people on the other side, you know how difficult it can be. Here we go again. The clubs are on a rampage, and they are trying to prove indeed that they don't belong in the lower leagues anymore. They want to show their progress. They want to show that they are one of the dozen best teams that you can really see, and it has been quite an effort for them. The Warlocks, in the meantime, always fighting back, always staying on the live. Or seeing a bit of a concerted team effort now from the Warlocks if they can actually make this one work. Thing is though, double stack onto the cubby gonna be the way to go. We do have Olsen watching on that, trying to go for a bit of the sprays. But overall, for the clubs, they know how to play it very quickly, but they also know how to hold it back. And as soon as this happens, the Warlocks have to be careful or else they'll be in some very, very big predicaments.
Sakuna catches Kian. He knows where he is, but he can't actually move from here. It's actually quite trapped here in Cubby until the smoke comes through. Lurking around, see if he can catch someone in mid here. Not looking in his direction just yet. Mapua University has a number disadvantage, but it seems like they are moving it back, trying to go for B around this point while Kian's holding it down mid. Let's see how this works out.
Yeah, just waiting for someone to come, and that's the thing for Mapua University. But as I say that, Kian already exposed, and Yanagi with a beautiful kill there. Here comes the Dome of Doom, though, into play. The lockdown gonna be set on up here by the clubs. NS, he's prepared to go for the recon, he's prepared to hold the line, and he does see the head of the Omen, but he gets distracted by the bow and arrow. KVG able to get through, but Yanagi now answering back with a triple kill of his own, and this is now up to Arena if he can actually make this one work. 3v2 situation, quick ultimate now being brought out by Yanagi. He's ready with the Empress, not popping it as of yet. He does have an idea that someone's there, but Olsen doesn't care. He's gonna need a Killjoy, getting the kill off the one, make that two. It's all up to the race right now, but a triple kill from Olsen will show up yet again. And it's now the clubs going for another one. A straight flush there from the tail end. A 3 of a kind, really, for Olsen. And you can see he's matching them and matching performance. 12 kills to his name.
A good team can win from a losing position, and there Mapua University, despite them getting caught out early, numbers disadvantage, they run it back. They get that round there, 3-7 here in favor of Mapua University, means that they have a very, very good momentum going for them as we approach the second half here. A round is starting. Let's see. It seems like they are stacked here onto A side and mid. Gotta get that tailwind, just reposition. Maybe they don't find him here at this point, because right now no one is at A. All the attention is on mid here, and it is going to come through. Olsen takes down Kent S. Now Homia has to make sure that nothing funny happens here around B side. But while that's happening, Mapua University not getting overzealous. They're still holding it out around A, making sure that it is safe to take. Now with the dark cover coming out, this will cover their approach here as we get a plant. Not just yet onto A as they close the door coming in from Tree.
Yeah, the clubs are and dandy. They're gonna be looking to take it with less than a minute remaining. So Spike gonna get planted, and the Warlocks already down 2-2. Ding Dong Ping Pong though going for the spray down, catching out Homia, and it's just left to the Omen and his devices. Can Sakuna figure something out? Looking for the one taps, not gonna happen. Ding Dong Ping Pong with a triple, and the clubs. You see it again here, Hiron. You love to get this kind of performance from a Division B team. And overall, it just goes to show to me, to us, to the audience that Division B is no laughing matter. You have teams who have made it all the way through grueling brackets for good reason, and the clubs, they have been the forefront. They have been the leader of this rallying call, and they're just now a few rounds away from moving on to season number 3 of the University Alliance Cup. But you never count out the Warlocks. I keep saying it to you guys that they do get put in predicaments where they have to go for the comeback, and this just might be it. This might be their time now to find that win. We'll see though as Yanagi decides to push. Here's the reload, and Olsen caught out a bit of revenge from the last round. KVG though with the answer back, and you can never rest though for the side of Warlocks because the clubs are always in position to fight another one. But Brayan, he has their plans. Delhi now with a refrag, 3v3, as A-site might be the go again.
Not planting just yet. They will go for it. Now Yanagi, he is stepping up at this point. Gonna come through. Probably gonna get into tree here. Door, I believe, is close. He will pop his ult here just to make sure these next engagements are in his favor. Coming through, but he survives. Homie gets kill. And here is a bit stopped here, but it is going to be 1v1 Sova versus Sova. Who's Predator? Who is Prey? The outgrown Ashley comes out to get that in. Happens here from Mapua versus Malay, and it is going to be Mapua coming through with that Sova versus Sova. Kind of intense coming through, and it's going to put Mapua University at a 6-point lead in this second game.
Huge run though from Delhi, and here we have it. 9-3 the scoreline. Mapua, if they can get this pistol, they're going to be looking to play into double digits and try to run away with it. The Warlocks though, if it's going to be another time they need to step it up, it has to be now. They did it already a while ago on Haven. It's been their process to try and make these fights close, but they cannot afford to lose anymore. This has to be them getting the win, forcing out map number 3. And in this case, it just has to be them weathering the storm against MGS clubs. The clubs in the meantime, there's one fun fact about them that we might not be able to tackle. And the thing is, if we do get the map number 3, which will be split if I remember correctly, as Brayan now is in the fire, it's the only map that the clubs have lost so far in their tournament run. So if the Warlocks can stay on, force out the map number 3, it might be better for them. And Kian, he needs a little bit of that top up, but it's not going to be happening anytime soon. Kentis with a kill. Ding Dong Ping Pong though, finding the one back. It's 1 versus 1 here inside A main. You got Brayan hiding in the corner. Now reinforcements have arrived for both sides. The Omens apparently playing bouncers here, but rotations are a go. And 4v4 is now the final points of this contest.
Yeah, he was really stuck there around that corner, wanting to get that ult orb, but now with reinforcements, as you said, have arrived. Seems like they will pick up that spike. Maybe they'll commit onto A site right around the corner, but they will back off at this point. See if there's any other angle of entry here that they can find around B side. It is just going to be Homia, well, really just holding it down B here, but they don't have any intel on that just yet. Playing it slow.
Time to figure things out here for the side of Warlocks. They have half a minute remaining, but they'll have to go for the bomb rush anytime soon. And these sites will be the answer. We got KVG though with a low HP slate. He is a bit confident with that Sheriff, but he still makes it work anyway. Yanagi goes down, and this is huge here because there's no pressure anymore on the side flags. We got Brayan though also falling at the hand of Delhi, and now here comes the Warlocks just to die. Unless Homie and Sakuna can't do something. Shock Dart right now, try to flush them out, and with only a tidbit of time to go, it's still the clubs getting the kills. 10-3. The Warlocks are in such a hole, and it seems like it's just getting deeper and deeper. Mapua University, they've built a bridge of bones so far to try and make it to Season 3, and it seems like they're only a few steps away here unless the Warlocks can just animate every little bit of the clubs.
Yeah, they've got that pack magic going for them, but it seems like Mapua University, man, this club, maybe the clubs isn't about cards, maybe it's just a straight up bludgeon. They've got a blackjack coming through to whack Malayan College Laguna at the back of their head and make him fall unconscious here. But it seems like they're going to go for an aggressive swing here. Kian able to get a kill here onto Sukuna. Yanagi is ready for them though. Pistols out. Can they get them while the reload is happening? Yes, Kian goes down. 3 onto 4 here, but 2 members very low in HP here from Malayan College Laguna. KVG, yes, the Spectre just mows them down. Nagi and Bray, I guess Homia gets a refrag though, evening out to 2 versus 2. Kent S right around the corner. They do have the spike. Has to be careful. Not gonna drop down from heaven just yet. Now, all of a sudden coming through, gets the kill onto Homia, and that is gonna be clean 2 kills here from Olison.
Olison, man, he shows off his veteranship there immediately. Has the decision to make them 1v1s, kill them very, very quickly. And even though the Warlocks did lose that round, they found ways to make clubs bleed. And this is gonna be their best chance now, as a third round turnaround for the second half might be upon us. Guns are gonna be available here, and here we have it again. The Warlocks are prepared. Clubs in the meantime, Spectres, a few rifles, and we'll see what they can do with that kind of setup. Unfortunate for Kian, he's halfway to the Blade Storm, and it does seem like that the clubs will want to get a bit of that orb control just to unleash those knives into the fray. On the other side, though, the Warlocks, with a good understanding of what is to come, already splitting up their offensive into 2. Not only mid control going to be the way, they're also watching out for that orb. It seems like for the Warlocks, since they have the guns, they're going to be looking to starve out their opponents as much as they can.
He wants to peek out onto Cat here, but Yanagi's already lurking around the corner. Have to be careful. They will find each other. A drone comes out. They have the intel. Smoke, or rather the blind comes through. Ding Dong Ping Pong gets refragged by Kent S, though. It's going to be 1-for-1. At this point, Tree is going to be the point of contention. Kian has a Bucky, actually. Takes down 2! Take that, Yanagi! He's got another Bucky. Jet around the corner as KVG takes on Kent S. 4-on-1. MCL in a little spot of trouble here. Homia, can he clutch this? Seems like he finds someone with his turret there at this point, but it's looking rough for MCL.
From OMG to OMB. Oh my Bucky, still finding use here in the University Alliance Cup. But right now, Homia, he needs a little bit of a reprieve, but he's just not getting it. The clubs, they have just been absolutely dominant so far on a warpath. The Warlocks have been putting up a great fight, especially in the last one. But it will take a miracle and a half for them to put on the same effort, put on the same kind of scoreline after this one, unless Homia hits the home run that his team needs. Can he get it out of the park, and can he get it with these kills? He's off to a good start already, stealing home, stealing first base at the very least against everyone else. Down, free fire is a go, but he's exposing so much of position. The Rika Bolt says hello, and now it will be the Omen getting the flank, getting the kill, and giving MGS clubs now the match point situation.
Caught him slipping. Even if that recon lineup was perfect. Not a real lineup, but that recon wall was perfect to split his attention, and that catches him slipping. And it's going to be MCL backs to the wall here, and they are 1 step away from going down. Meanwhile, Mapua University in a pretty comfortable spot at this point. They just need to finish this off. Kian has his ulti ready to get some knives out. We're going to have to see if that will actually come through.
Yeah, it's time. If this Blade Storm can make a difference here for the clubs, add on even more to their performance. And the thing is, will they commit heavily on the round like this? Do they want to use their ultimates now when they have still so many rounds to give just to finish up the fight? Or will we see the Warlocks go for the punish? Will we see them actually be able to fight back? Now the Inspector in the hands of Bray, and whatever the Warlocks can afford, they have to buy it right now because they are literally on the ropes and more. Deli in the meantime with the outro trying to say hello. The thing is, the Warlocks, they're playing it slow and steady. They are not too confident they can push onto a site itself. So it's up to Brayan right now to try and play the entry into the market. We have also quickly on the other side. They're trying to make a sandwich. There's the flash already. And the blind is just huge here for the Phoenix. Ding Dong Ping Pong setting it up. Yanagi, though, knocking it down on the other side. It's 3v3. The Reina getting topped up. We're not done yet as Homia has found his way onto B side. Here we go with the shots from Yanagi. And it seems like when the world needed him the most, Yanagi was able there to show on up. But we're not done. Olison versus 2. Can the Killjoy clutch this?
Spike is down mid here, so Olison has an idea where they might be. Seems like a Recon Bolt will flush him out, make sure that he can't go for the approach, but let's see if he can get something cheeky here. He knows that someone is around Pizza. Will he getting a slice now? No, Homia takes it away. Gonna be 4. Well, Malayan College's Laguna living on a prayer right now, but they are making it happen. 4-12. Can they win this? How many in a row? 8? No, 9 in a row. Can they make it happen? Go for a replay. That's huge.
That's a perfect flash there. The curveball just being so instrumental in this fight. And look at how it just blinds three of them, making the side of the Warlocks panic immediately. Unfortunately, though, Yanagi stepping it up. He's gotten sliced. You gotta give that $10 tip to your driver. And Yanagi
Yep.
has to be the guy to watch out for again. He has the Empress online, and it needs to be an effort with the Warlocks. They need to get 8 rounds in a row just to force out overtime. And we'll see if that's going to happen anytime soon. Off to a good start, though, with Braid catching out KVG at the very least. Preventing any kind of push up to the Cubby. We got Allison inside the market again. I feel like the Warlocks have already played their hand in the middle, so they have to change it up some way. Yanagi with the kill on the Kian. Here comes Brain also on the board. And sure, the Warlocks have lost one, but here they come again. And now they're trying to take away a sight from the opponent and a showstopper just to add a little bit more to their firepower.
Yeah, it seems like with 4-1, Delhi, though, can he make something happen? Breaks the glass, but his face gets broken here as Hinagi climbs up and takes away the kill. 5-12. Malin College Laguna building up that momentum. Can they follow through?
This is going to be it. The rising action for the Warlocks, or will it be the conclusion of the clubs and this dub? 18 kills, though, for some of the players with professional experience. You got Yanagi with 18 there for the Warlocks. You got Allison for the clubs with 18 as well. Delhi, Ding Dong, Ping Pong, KVG is just doing an exceptional job. And Kian, he's been a little quiet in this game, but he still puts in the effort anyway. Still the clubs, man. This is a flush, I'd say, all the time. The thing is, they're just so on point. It really feels like they're all part of the same family, all of the same suit, and that's just high value for a team. The efforts for the clubs have not been gone unnoticed. It is really one of the, I'd say, the storylines really of Division B. But the Warlocks, their story, they don't want the end as of yet, and they want to push onto that A side, but there are people inside the dark cover trying to be a bit cheeky and waiting for someone to come and give them a gun.
Oh, you know, I gotta get nearsighted here. He's trapped around his corner unless he can dual KVG to the aim. Refire comes through, but Yanagi is the first with a wide swing. It's gonna be KVG going down. One member up. Brian, though, has to be careful. Kian gets a kill onto Homia. Brian around half HP around mid. Has been exposed. Has to back off here. Satchel out. Gonna try and get his movements going. Cat S taking down Kian. Delhi, though, takes down Brian around the backside of that area. Ding Dong Ping Pong. There's 2 versus 3. No ults on the side of Malayan. Meanwhile, Mapua still has to run it back, still has the containment. Spike will be planted. Mapua, they know how to play the retake here, but Sakuna raining around the wings here. Does catch the run it back, but Delhi takes him out with Hunter's Fury, and it is going to be Olsen getting the headshot onto Sakuna to finish off this game. The detainment just to get it out, and it is going to be Mapua University 13-5, taking away 2-0 in this match.
And the clubs are your first entry into season number 3, ladies and gentlemen. The University Alliance Cup has a new suit to watch out for, and it is the clubs. Unfortunate for the Warlocks, but they're not out of the running as of yet. They still have that lower bracket to check on out for the clubs. As we've been saying time and time again, this has been their show in Division B. This has been their run to remember. The progress, the refinement, and the finesse that the clubs are able to bring to the table, just so commanding, so demanding, and what their demands have to be higher on is the death of the opposition. 2-0 for our first series here, and the clubs absolutely deserving that slot into Division A.
You can never count out Division B teams, because even if they are Division B, they still went through all of those games in the qualifiers before the season even started. So a lot of respect here going on to Malayan Warlocks, but now MGS Clubs is going to be marching forward, sending them down to the lower bracket with such a decisive showing.
Absolutely. It feels like that the clubs were able to figure out how the Warlocks are going for those comebacks and just found the shutdown after shutdown after shutdown. They could take the flanks, they could take the fights, and it seems like that they're willing to go for some very, very big commitments, while the Warlocks, unfortunately, just poking and prodding, and sure, it worked a few times. I still remember that amazing curveball play there that really helped out when the teams. Besides that, it just seems like here for the Warlocks right now that they need to wake up a little earlier than what we see. They need to be playing at the level that you're that you end up seeing them at the end
Mhm.
of these fights, right? At the end of
Yeah,
these matches.
definitely.
And unfortunately for them, they just don't have that kind of time against teams that are so on point. The Warlocks, though, I gotta give it to them. This has been another step to their progress to be playing as a unit, to be playing as a great team. And I love the fact that it just wasn't the Yanagi show overall. I said it before already, the latter half of their Division A run this season, it did shy away from the Yanagi plays more so to seeing it from the likes of the second duelist, right? Or your controller or your sentinel. And we even saw the utility there being
Mhm.
stepped up even more so. So I think for the Warlocks, that they can look back into this game and see where they're really struggling right now
Mhm.
from. But I wouldn't count them out as of yet because
Yeah,
they still have
definitely
that
not.
lower brackets to play for.
Sakuna and Homia gonna take it away from there. But of course, that was our first match for today for our promotions and relegations. We've been your shoutcasters. I'm Hyron. With me was Dax, and of course, the UAC wouldn't be a thing without our amazing sponsors and partners. We are powered by Globe Telecom, our official telco sponsor, Logitech G, our new official gear sponsor, and Riot Games, our publishing partner, of course. Twitch Student, our platform partner, Kovac 2.0 by the Meta, our official aim trainer, and Valorant PH, our community partner. Wow, we're gonna see Dax and Nausicaa. Wow, I haven't seen Nausicaa in a while. But yeah, we have been your shoutcasters. I'm Hiron. With me, Dax. We'll be seeing you after a short break for NU Paradigm Esports versus MGS Spades.